Hey everyone, welcome to Three Things Thursday. I'm Bill Bourbonnais, and today we're going to talk about three things you need to know about your registered agent. Now, when somebody forms an LLC or a corporation, usually there's a box on the formation paperwork that asks for a registered agent. And typically, most people just fill it in and move on. Now, recently I had a conversation with someone who was transferring land into an LLC. Their attorney told them they needed a registered agent in that state. The response was, I don't know any registered agents. And that's actually the right instinct because acting as your own is one of those decisions that looks free and costs you later. So here are three things every business owner and real estate investor should understand about registered agents. Now, the baseline here is that a registered agent, who's also called a resident agent or statutory agent, depending on your state, is the officially designated point of contact for your business entity. It's a different name, but it's the same function. Don't let the terminology trip you up. Now, what the resident agent handles is service of process, lawsuits, state correspondence, official government notices, things like that. So when a court, a creditor, or a state agency needs to reach your business formally, they go to your registered agent. Every state requires one. Not just for LLCs, for corporations, limited partnerships, limited liability partnerships, all formal entities in every state carry this requirement. And this is required in every state where your business entity is registered or qualified to do business. So multi-state operators, this applies per state. So let's look at thing number one. A registered agent is a legal proxy, not a form field. What a registered agent handles is service of process, lawsuits, subpoenas, state correspondence, and official government notices. So when a court or creditor or state agency needs to reach out to you, they're going to go to the registered agent. That's the only channel that counts. Again, all 50 states require one. All business entities that are formally formed require one. That's every formal statutory entity, and it's required in every state and every state of foreign qualification. Now, what people miss is that the name and address on that filing isn't just administrative housekeeping. It's legal representation about how and where your business can be reached. Let's look at thing number two, and I see this a lot. Acting as your own registered agent is a statement about your availability. Most business owners say, I'll just use my home address. It's easy and it saves money. But what they're actually doing is certifying to the state and to anyone who might sue them that their listed address is open and staffed during normal business hours year-round. No exceptions to that. If you're on vacation, doesn't matter. If you're out with a client, it doesn't matter. School pickup, doctor's appointment, supply run, it doesn't matter. In many states, a process server who makes a reasonable attempt at your address during business hours, and if no one is there, service can be deemed complete. You don't get a second chance just because you're unavailable. The second issue with using your home address, when you use your home address as your registered agent address, that address becomes public record, searchable by anyone who looks up your entity. This exposure isn't theoretical, it's structural. Let's take a look at thing number three. The cost math isn't even close on this. Professional registered agent services typically run $99 to $300 per year, depending on the provider and the state. So if you operate in multiple states, and many real estate investors and many business owners do, you need a registered agent in each one. That's still inexpensive. The good news? Your registered agent services are generally tax deductible as a business expense. Now, let's compare that to the cost of not having one. A missed lawsuit, a default judgment entered without your knowledge, your entity's administratively dissolved because your registered agent service requirement lapsed, reinstatement penalties and fees on top of that. And if you look at the numbers, there's no version of this math where acting as your own registered agent is the financially sound choice. So here's the key line here. This isn't a cost, it's a compliance infrastructure, and it's one of the cheapest lines in your entire business. So in closing, a registered agent isn't just a form field when you file your LLC or corporate paperwork. It's a legal proxy that determines how your business receives official mail and whether you're actually there to respond when it matters. Acting as your own means certifying availability when you may not be able to guarantee that availability. And the cost of professional service is so low, there's almost no scenario where skipping it makes sense. So if you're forming a new entity, transferring property to an LLC, or expanding into a new state, confirm your registered agent situation before you close. So if things like this and distinctions like this are helpful, Three Things Thursday drops every week. Just one more closing comment here. These specific rules for your registered agent vary by state. Consult your attorney on how these requirements apply to your situation. Again, I'm Bill Bourbonnais. This is Three Things Thursday. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. Have a great day.